Yeah.
I don't know, man. Go ask the leading lady.
So Reed, tell him to go fuck himself because he's gonna have to if he keeps this shit up.
Okay, I'm assuming we're live.
Hi, everybody.
You got to hear the gay best friend pet talk, everybody. Welcome to Twisted Perceptions.
Man.
Welcome to What Happens to Us P4 stream.
Honestly, we've all had, well, I don't know about all of us, but me and Shaq have had kind of a crazy week. So one thing that we promised to you guys that we couldn't get to just because of the craziness of life is that we didn't have a chance to dramatize what Shaq did behind the scenes. So Shaq suggested that we dramatize it right in front of you. And so we can either do that or we can just move on with the session. It's up to you guys. So,
Personally, I want to because I also want to kind of give everybody the music that it deserves.
sure, yeah, let's do that then. Shaq, you want to go ahead and dramatize this with me, my friend?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'll explain just a couple of things that happened, just so that we can just kind of jump from there and keep going, okay? So a couple of things that happened is that whilst everyone was arguing about the man and looking at I think it was the chickens, just selling chickens, you guys, Shaq decides, I'm going to sneak away. And she rolls a whopping 31 to sneak away. No one's going to see that. So she gets away and she sneaks into what seems to be a penthouse suite. And she finds herself in a room. And from there, Az decides that she wants to look for anyone that looks like they're decked out with money or nice items. She had a perception check, and we will go from there.
So, as with her 31 delicious spicy stealth, just slides into this room with all these rich jerks. And as she walked into the door, she also summoned herself a mage hand, and because of Arcane Trickster, she can also disguise her mage hand, make it invisible. So she summons this invisible mage hand, sends it to one end of the room, so she can go to the other end of the room. So if something happens with the hand, you can't find her. So she goes in and she just starts paying and listening, or paying attention and listening to the people in the room.
Sounds good. So as she does that, she hears people. She's like, "Oh, well, it seems like there's a Furbolg who wants to fight. We should let him see how far he can get."
I don't like the sound of that. And as she's listening, she's also kind of looking around. She sends what was the spell? Detect magic off, so she can figure out which of these rich schmucks has magic things she can steal.
As she sends off detect magic, the entire room lights up with different colors and different types of magic. She can see all kinds of things, and she looks for the rarest thing that she can find. And she finds that there seems to be something of the divination sword sitting in someone's pocket. And I have her roll a sleight of hand and stealth once again to kind of re-up on her stealth. So she rolls a whopping 27 sleight of hand and a whopping 31 stealth.
The dice gods are only with me when the rest of you are not looking, apparently.
So she goes from there, and then reaches into someone's. She reaches into someone's pocket and pulls out a black gem. She looks at this gem and she can tell that it's a very strong divination magic. I ask her to roll again, and she rolls a whopping 28 for sleight of hand and pulls out a pouch of gold. And then I realized that I actually meant copper because I don't want to upset the economy too much.
Latest as everything I do
also,
upsets the economy.
Really, if you think about it, we already did that enough, considering the fact that we have ancient gold with us too. So.
Yeah, don't worry. Listen, I hate you. As scans the room once again, she finds a giant white carafe filled with wine. Explain what Az thinks and is doing here.
So she sees the wine, and for those who may not know, Azirus is proficient with a poisoner's kit and has, over the course of several long rests, had some fun creating some poisons. So she's looking at the wine and thinking, these guys are important, and if they're out of the way, that leaves some fun for the rest of us, and less eyes on whatever the other idiots are pulling downstairs. So she kind of sits there and has the mage hand fly over to her and puts into it this little vial of what's called thessalatoxin.
As she flies her hand over to do it, she realizes that this thessalatoxin is just a little heavier than she thought, and she drops and breaks it all over the ground. And I have her then make another stealth check, which is a natural 20 for 34. So she luckily goes unnoticed again after she breaks a vial of thessalatoxin on the ground. She crit failed.
Yeah, she crit failed that.
So much for the dice gods being in your favor when we're not looking.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. So as that happens, you hear a man, what was that? And then he calls one of the orc guards over and he says, tighten up security. I think someone's trying to get in here. And as that happens, all of the orcs start to line the rows of the Colosseum as Ramalar walks down, and they start to tighten up security, and they're watching everything as much as they can. And as what's going through your head, at this point, Connor reaches out over the stone and asks Az, hey, what are you doing? And only thing Connor's able to get back is must not get caught. Az, what do you think? What are you doing?
Because you had also said that the guy looked like directly at her, and I had to do the roll again. Az just kind of like shrinks down as much as she possibly can into whatever shadowy crevice she shoved herself into, and apparently it works. And so in the middle of all this, like, I can't be caught, I can't be caught, I can't be caught, there's just, I can't be caught. Just this absolute sense of pride, like, aha, you rich motherfuckers.
Az was small.
So security's tightening up, but she can't help herself. She pulls out the last vial of the thessalatoxin that she has, sends the mage hand over again with a lot more care, and this time she succeeds. Now the fun part about this poison is it doesn't poison you, make you sick, or kill you. You randomly turn into an animal you've seen in the last like 24 hours if you fail to save.
Oh, it's an animal you've seen? Well, you haven't seen that animal.
No, not what I've seen. Whatever
They've seen.
Whatever animal the person who has consumed the poison has
yeah.
seen within the last 24 hours. So
And they
she
would
says,
have
so
seen
she
those, yeah.
dumps the poison into the thing, sends the mage hand flying back away, and waits to watch them drink it and see what happens.
So they all drink out of this white carafe of wine. And as they do, she looks at the 6 men in this room, and 4 of them out of nowhere turn into pigs and start running around. But the other 2 begin to go crazy, and they say, we have to tighten up security once more. All right, everybody, get 5 people out at the exit, and make sure that the dungeon's good. And before Az is able to hear about the dungeon, she's already out of the room.
Yep. Sneaks out with the crowd. Shrinks down behind bodies, dodges, weaves.
And instead of doing the normal thing, as in returning back to your team, Az decides that she wants to continue sneaking. So she finds herself at a stone corridor that heads deeper into the ground. And I have to roll another stealth check, and that's a 30. And that's where we are. Ramanor, you are sitting in a giant Colosseum area, and you see a skeleton come out of the other side. you're getting ready to start your fight. And you see an announcer, and he looks at you, and you recognize this announcer, Ramu. You look at him, and this is a kangaroo with a golden beak.
Oh, that little bitch.
No!
This bitch.
No!
You see Goldie in there as the announcer. Thank you, Ramu.
Oh,
Are they
no,
gonna
no,
announce?
no.
Hold on.
Are they going to announce?
He's already announced. He just said, "Welcome to the games."
Look at the skeleton. And in a total and utter power move, he puts the giant mallet in a slot in the shield. Like the handle goes into a slot in the shield. And he pulls his warhammer off of this side. This doesn't require as much strength as possible. And he walks up to the skeleton with his warhammer ready.
All right, cool. And you see Goldie look at you all. He says, "Begin." And the skeleton takes a swipe at you as a surprise round. And roll for this because he's definitely hit. That is a 14.
Yeah, no, that's not.
He like swings his sword and cheek right off of your pristine armor.
That's just above half of my AC.
All right, so
That's smaller. He knew. That's down.
actually, hey James,
Yeah.
you want to give us some funny commentary as we're fighting?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, cool. Ramona, let's roll initiative, buddy.
Alright.
Tell me what you got.
All you get is next to. All you get
That's
is
a solid 14.
Connor just going
All
like.
right, cool. You are first, my friend.
Well, listen, folks, we're about to have a. Well, listen, folks, we're about to have a good day in the fight pits today. I'll tell you that much. What I can only assume is about to be the beatdown of a century of this tiny little skeleton getting beaten by this 9-foot-tall badass with a hammer. Somebody really should have looked at the CR rating of this shit.
I like to
17
think that
hits.
they actually use a CR rating in the D&D world.
From now on in our game, we use CR ratings. Keep going.
That'll be 5 regular damage, and you have my improved divine smite. That'll be. Well, actually, no, that was 5. That's not right. 5 plus 4.
The bludgeoning damage.
That is 9 plus another 4. 13. 9 bludgeoning, 4 radiant. Brain no worky.
Okay, so you swing through the skeleton. It pops apart. It just dies and falls on the ground, and the skeleton's done for.
He
Well,
puts the
I
hammer
think-
in his hand.
Well, I think, folks, everybody could have seen that shit coming. Surprise, surprise.
And as that happens, you see what seems to be a tall, pretty buff half-orc woman walk out. You can see her wrists are in shackles. You can tell she's some sort of slave, but she walks out to you with a potion, and she says, "Would you like this?"
No, thank you. I'm
All
fine.
right. She turns around and continues walking, and then they start. You see the crowd start to what's the word? They start to chant, and they say, "Adaman, Adaman," and you see on the other end of the place opens up, and you see an adamantite skeleton walk out.
Now,
Yes,
see, they just made it shiny. I don't understand. Are they not looking at the combatant that's in front of them? I mean, I would say I'd be scared for this guy, but I mean, he can hit you without a nat 20. I am going meta.
Complete meta. Just complete meta.
You'll keep your same initiative roll, and he rolls, and you are up first, Ramen.
All right. Yeah, you know what? Warhammer doesn't. It's fine. just gonna. That's a 19 to hit.
That misses.
Hmm.
All
No,
right.
whoops, didn't mean to roll that. My bad.
As you swing down, the skeleton kind of sidesteps, and he keeps
Another
going.
19.
Yep, he sidesteps with a 19, and then he rolls a 9, and he chinks off of your armor, and you're.
Well, it looks like our competitor got fucking lucky, and yet also sucks balls at trying to hit him.
Okay, so from here we'll pan over to as you are sneaking down a stone corridor, a staircase that is heading deeper and deeper into the ground. Give me an Arcana check. Ramanor, if you want to roll a hit again, just so we can just keep doing combat off screen too.
22.
Hits.
Turn on my microphone and get a nat 1 for 2. Or no, nat 1 for 3.
Okay, cool. The place seems to be, for some reason you feel like the room is vibrating, but you have no idea why.
That'll be 8 bludgeoning, 7 radiant.
No fucking clue.
8
I told you I can only get good rolls when you guys aren't watching.
Okay, cool. You hit the skeleton, and you can hear it takes the impact, and it falls back. As you get closer and closer to the bottom floor, you look, and you can see that there seems to be almost a barracks where you can see something that's so disgusting to look at that you don't even want to think about it. And you can also see a couple of what looks like almost liches, but they're not really liches because they don't give off the scary vibe that an actual lich gives. Yeah, Ramanor, back to you, my friend.
And he hits him. Absolutely, no one is surprised. Of course, everybody can clearly see he is a paladin, therefore a narc, and was going to destroy all of us.
Therefore, a narc.
Yes, yes.
So
they don't know Ramanor. They
so
don't
now,
know he condones violence.
Okay, so now that we're in here, I want you to know all of our teammates, Heliki, Koresh, and Connor, are able to help Ramanor.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can help him by casting spells. You can throw shit at the enemies. But
Heliki's in his armor.
Yes, but
Oh
you do
my
need
God,
to make
you
need to make sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
And depending on the type of thing you're trying to do, the CR for the sleight of hand check will actually go up. And I won't tell you what that is, but just know that you can help, but you have to make sleight of hand checks to help.
Right now, he doesn't need help, so preferably not get him in trouble.
Okay, I just need to know the distance between Connor and Ramanor.
About 100 feet.
Question.
If you want to walk up to the front row, it'll be about 50. What's up?
Yeah, Connor's gonna walk to the front
question,
row.
but if I was at greater invisibility, would I need to make those sleight of hand checks? Because technically, I'd still be invisible while I'm casting those spells.
You'd have to make it at advantage because those spells are still invisible when you cast them out.
Okay, let me just. Sleight of hand's not that bad. Okay.
All right, cool.
So,
Ramanor, are you going to keep going?
That was his 2 attacks.
All right, cool. Let me go ahead and roll my attack. An 11.
Nope.
And a 17.
Nope.
All right.
clack,
Cool.
clack, break the back of this fucking moron who thinks he can actually hit this fucking giant.
All right, Ramanor, you're up, buddy.
19 again. I keep rolling 10s.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
That would be a 24 on the second swing.
That hits.
That'll be a solid 9 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
Oh, wow, okay.
17 damage total.
You take your hammer and you swing into him again, and this time you're seeing some dents show up into this adamantine skeleton. So what are you doing from there?
That's both swings. He's not going to use anything else.
Anybody hear church bells? Because I definitely hear church bells.
He then takes out a short bow from his back and he pulls back and he goes to hit.
Within 5 feet of him?
He jumps back about 10 feet.
Does that mean I get to hit him?
Yeah, you can try to hit him if you want.
Oh shit! I rolled the wrong, but what did I do? I broke it.
Oh shit! Ramonor gets a deja vu. Ho
Oh damn. That would be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Why is that rolling? Shit. Oh, it's actually okay. It's rolling that now. That'll be 6 bludgeoning, 5 radiant.
All right, cool. So you go right into him, and you keep seeing dents. You're seeing that you're doing damage, but you know that this guy is a little bit stronger than you first anticipated. But you can see that he's starting to get hurt. He's going to roll to hit you. Is that God? Jesus Christ, he's rolling low. 15.
What's his modifier?
His modifier +5.
He only hits me on a crit.
Ramonor,
So just don't worry.
Ramonor hears in his mind. Oi, big man. I need you to do me a favor and raise your hand in a fist. Make it good, make it count. Raise your hand in a fist, like just straight up, like charge pose. Power move.
You know what? He's gonna do that. He's gonna raise one hand.
I will roll a sleight of hand check because I'm going to cast Bigby's hand beside Ramonor, and that way it looks like Ramonor's the one casting it instead of me.
Should I make a performance check?
Yes.
And I'm rolling with advantage because I am greater invisibility.
No, D&D Beyond, you screwed me. That was a natural 20, then it just went.
So I have a 19 sleight of hand check.
So 11.
How much did you make?
19.
Okay, those will balance out. All right, the crowd sees you cast Bigby's hand, and they're like, "Wait, the fuck is he? Is he also something else besides a paladin?" And then, are you going to smash down with Bigby's hand?
Oh yeah. Oh
right.
yes, I am. So let me just see here.
Assuming he's told the go ahead, he understands what this is. He's going to make show of it punching the shit out of this thing.
So it is. I'm just trying to make
Yeah,
sure.
Ramonor, you try to punch directly at the skeleton, but you guys kind of miscommunicate, and it actually just chops down on them. So like they're like, "Wait, how did that?" And but no one cares because it was awesome.
Okay. So I have to roll an attack against it. The hand strength is a +8, plus my proficiency, which would be 4, which makes that 12. So it's going to be a +12 to this roll.
Let's see it.
I have a question. Is Shaq frozen?
Maybe.
So
Ah.
I think that's
Yes.
I think that
answers that question. Yes.
I think that's probably a miss. So that's 5 plus 12, which would be, I believe, 17.
Yep,
17.
that misses.
It dodges.
Ah!
It's not
It
cool
dodges
fuck
to the
anymore.
side.
The hand's still there for a minute, and then what it's going to do is it's going to come around from the misstrike, and it's going to be an interposing hand between the skeleton and Ramonor, which means, let me just read this real quick. The hand interposes itself between you and a creature you choose until you give the hand a different command. The hand moves to stay between you and the target, providing you with half cover against the target. The target can't move through the hand's space if its strength score is less than or equal to the hand's score. If the hand's score is higher than if the target's strength score is higher than the hand's strength score, the target can move towards you through the hand space, but that space is considered difficult terrain. So basically, that skeleton can't go anywhere near Ramonor. Good luck.
Okay,
Ramonor is just gonna he's gonna put his hand out in front of him, I guess sheath or belt the hammer, and just pull out a water skin and drink.
Okay.
This
The
man
skeleton-
is showboating. I didn't think there was anything other than paladin, but this man's making it spicy.
All right, cool. So the skeleton then looks, and you can see, even though it doesn't have any muscles or skin, you can see it visibly just looks angry now, and you can see like he's getting fired up. So one of his abilities is multi-attack, and he can make 3 attacks. So here we go. He's gonna
They
make 3.
magically glued eyebrows to the skeleton's face, and
so
their
are
eyebrows
you-
can move up and down.
Are you attacking him or the hand? Because he can't get close enough to Ramen, or because of the interposing hand?
He's got a short bow.
You're so half cover then. Remember, don't forget he has half cover.
Okay, then he definitely misses. You know, the highest he got was a 21.
Ramonor's AC is like 24.
Yeah,
25.
I just made him even more impossible to hit. Is basically what I did.
Yeah, you did.
Ramonor will, after drinking some from the water skin, close it with a thumb, put it back in his bag or belt or whatever, look towards the skeleton, and just walk around the hand and smack it.
Okay, go for it.
That would be a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits hard.
All right.
I never expected a paladin to hot dog on his enemy, but apparently that's exactly what he's planning on doing.
That'll be 5 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
All right. You then smash this skeleton so hard that it like bends itself in and is unable to move. You have defeated this skeleton. And the crowd goes wild. And
I pick it up by the back of the adamantine plate and just hoist it.
Okay.
And then the hand goes underneath Ramonor and picks him up and lifts him into the air like a god.
And Ramonor, I need you to give me a perception check now.
Those I'm great at. Actually, not too bad. 16.
Okay.
Should I make one as well? Or anybody else here?
As another orc, as the same orc woman walks out, you see her with a pouch of what seems to be silver and gold. She's like, "This is for defeating this one. Do you want to take this, or you want to keep going?"
No. I mean, presumably I continue if I don't take it, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll just keep going.
And she waves her hand in a circle and letting everyone know that you're going to keep going. As the door open with a 16, you see Az standing in the doorway. And as you notice, something flies by you. Az, I need you to give me a nature check.
Just.
Hello.
Hi.
For a second, Ramonor thought he was gonna have to fight Az, and he was just like,
My dice do not like me today. That's all of 10. I think hold on. Okay. I believe I have a guidance. I know what that is. I have a guidance die. I'm gonna use it. Let's see if it does anything.
Ramonor nature check.
Sure. Yeah.
13.
No, you don't know what it is.
Damn it! I rolled a friggin' 5. That's 10.
So I open the door. I see what?
The door opens and you see a coliseum, and you see Ramonor holding an adamantine shiny skeleton in the air, and the people are screaming and cheer for him.
With a very familiar lavender hand.
You hear the other announcer that isn't played by James like, "All right, everybody, looks like it's time for him to fight the abyssal terror. Let's see how well he does."
That's easy.
All right.
This one might be a bit of a challenge, folks.
Az is just gonna shut the door. Like, nope, that's not where I need to go.
You look behind you, Az, and you see again what looks like 3 half liches, but not really liches.
Do they appear to be conscious and aware?
No.
I don't like this.
All right, Ramonor, back to you, buddy. Let me roll initiative for this terror. Okay, it goes first.
Before the fight starts, can Ramonor pull out? So he's gonna set the skeleton down, pull out the bonko fire, and hoist it in the air and let it just blast flame.
Sure, yeah.
This is a show.
Yeah. Are you trying to like scare it?
I mean, I can try and scare it.
All right, cool. Intimidate it for me. Give me some intimidation.
Intimidation +3. That's an 11.
Okay, either way, it's immune to being frightened. All right,
Yeah,
so
she could certainly try.
Yeah. You may certainly try.
A nat 20 hits.
Yes.
So
Is it coming right at him? Or
it's
is
going.
it the hand?
It's going right at him because he's in front of the hand now. So it's going directly.
There.
So Hyliki's gonna try. She's gonna try reverse gravity for the first time.
Are you going to let Ramanor know?
Yes.
Okay.
So she's just
Ramanor
gonna
will do something.
like, just make it look fancy, okay?
Ramanor sticks a hand out, puts his hand down like this, and then just lifts.
Yep. So that'll be a 18 dex save for them, and let me
give me.
try.
Actually, no. Since you're inside of his armor, I need Ramanor to succeed a performance check.
Oh, go Ramanor.
Arctic inspiration.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
Don't need it apparently.
Woo! All right, cool. You look like you put your hands to the ground and then you jolt up, and the gravity around you seems to reverse. It seems to become its own little patch of the world. And as you do that, it flies up at you, and I'm going to re-roll its attack at you. So basically it's a disadvantage roll. So see if it can still hit you. And it rolled a 2 for its disadvantage. So, you can see it diving at you, and the moment you cast reverse gravity, Haliki, it just goes the opposite direction.
The handle wrap around Ramanor's foot while simultaneously holding up the middle finger, just to make sure that he doesn't go flying with the gravity.
Yep. So as this guy goes up, he goes straight up in a 50-foot up. And then on his next round, he's dropping 50 feet straight to the ground. So whatever the full damage you want to do for that is up to you.
No, break his knees.
He is going to drop 50 feet.
Did somebody say crunch?
Crunch.
Listen, Haliki said, I want kneecaps for lunch.
I think he's out here being like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Really
she doesn't know what they're winning yet, but
this one would be a little
rolling.
harder just because it could fly. But since it got dropped from 50 feet in the air, it literally splats on the ground.
Like dies?
Yes. Yes. I gave it a couple of extra hit points, but falling from 50 feet in the air ain't no joke, okay? But Abyssal Terrors are a little hard because they can fly. They got a patchwork thing that I could have done, but Haliki decided to fucking kill my Abyssal Terror.
To everybody else, though, it looks like Ramanor did it. No.
Yeah.
Flashbacks to my pit fiend. It's okay.
Oof. Yeah.
Well, look at this, folks. Apparently, nothing can stop this weird paladin that seems to have magic that is unable for paladins to learn. I'm not going to question this at all. That was fucking great.
Again, the orc woman comes out, this time with a chest, and says, "You can't know what's in it, but this is for defeating this. Would you like to keep going or take this?"
No, thank you, but thank you.
Okay, cool. Then the door opens, and you see no one else sees this, Ramanor, just you. You see again Az just kind of hanging out. This time Katai is there with her, and you see what seems to be like a half lich walks by Az and then out towards you. You can tell that this one is not nearly as strong as like other liches that you've heard about, like a Serac or someone like that. But you can tell that this has some power,
Yeah, that's fine. We'll deal with it in shorthand.
All right, cool. Go ahead and let me roll. It's
fail.
What for the reverse gravity?
The initiative.
The initiative, yeah, it got worse than you.
So, can I just before this, what we're gonna do is since reverse gravity is technically gone now, the hand is going to toss Ramenor up and catch him on the back of the hand and rock it as a fist towards this thing.
Okay.
Can I still have the skeletal corpse?
The adamantine skeleton corpse?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. I'm going to yeet it at this half-lich.
Okay,
That's
cool.
an 18 plus 12, which is 30 to hit.
Okay, that one does hit. And then it also fails its dex check for reverse gravity, so it starts to float into the air.
It's off. Reverse
It's
gravity's
off.
off.
Okay, it's off. Okay, never mind.
So you took from Bigby's hand 25 force damage.
Okay.
And then what about the skeleton? Strength roll?
Yeah, just throw a strength roll, and
Or
then you can strength.
Oh, the reverse gravity lasts for a
11.
minute. It's not off.
It'll last for a minute, not off.
Oh.
Okay, so it is floating in the air right now.
Does that make it? Does it give me advantage to throw it at it then?
Nope.
Damn it. It's 11.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a dex save. Nat 20, and I dodged that bitch. Somehow it looks like it can almost fly, and it just dodges it, but it takes the brunt of the Big B's hand. Riley, do you want to make your attack now, or was that your attack?
Yes. So he's gonna after it punches it, he's gonna jump. I'm assuming it got fucking launched by the punch.
Yep.
He's going to launch after it, and do this whole jump arc and just swing the maul hammer bonkifier down.
Bonkifier.
All right, cool. Doesn't have to make a save for something.
24. 24 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
There
And
is
yes,
no
it does
save.
need to make a strength save.
At the same time that happens,
DC 12.
It needs to make a strength save. That saves, yes.
at the same time that hammer is touching the lich, Connor decides to look over, and he just looks like, wow, doesn't it look like it's about to burn? Because he uses Sacred Flame.
32 damage.
And he
32
says
damage.
it and
14
points at it.
bludgeoning, 11
14.
fire, and 7 radiant.
Oh god, okay.
And the beauty of this is pointing and just saying it is enough because it just appears in the
All right,
place.
I'll give you that. You don't even have to roll. That's it. You got it.
I need a dex 17.
I can do that at disadvantage because he's in the air. He can't really do anything. Either way, he would have failed. All right.
we doing anime fights out here. This is what the
That's
bullshit is.
that's an extra 9.
You're letting them help the man.
Mm-hmm.
That's an what?
That's an extra 9 radiant.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So this little baby lich is looking hurt. Okay. So it's gonna look at you, and now it's gonna cast Cone of Cold.
It looks like this man is taking more
Counter
actions
spell.
than he should be able to do.
Oh, okay,
I don't know
Ramadan,
what's
give me a
happening,
D20.
folks.
D20 roll, Ramador.
Yeah, that's a counter spell.
Okay, roll for me.
I don't need a roll. What's going to cold?
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. You don't need to roll. All right. he puts his hand together, casts Cone of Cold, and then out of nowhere, it just disappears.
The
Romano just
ultimate
sticks a hand up.
disrespect.
And wags his finger in a no. And then grasps the hammer and just is gonna go in for another if it's his turn.
Listen, John, I know I'm supposed to be rooting for our
Yeah, it's your
undead,
turn,
but
Romano.
this guy is awesome.
Natural 20 for a 31.
All right, that hits.
That would be 18 bludgeoning.
All right.
Let me roll the fire as well.
And you get the improved divine smite, right?
That gets added on as well. Let me roll that twice, so that's 8 and 6. So 14 points of radiant. Needs to make me another strength save.
Okay.
And I need to roll
Awesome.
for the 4d6 worth of fire.
Nat 1 for fail.
It is restrained, and it takes 17 fire damage as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. How do you want to kill it? You've done almost 100 damage to it because you've literally done all the things it was weak to. Keep going.
He takes the hammer. Presume we'll just do 2 hits on this. He takes the hammer and hits it up, jumps into the air, and slams the hammer into it, slamming it into the ground.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. This lich's arms and legs just pop off. And it's just in the middle of the ground, lying lifeless, and the crowd erupts like it's like you're the first person, it looks like, to have ever defeated any of the liches that has been thrown at you. And then the woman walks out again with all the things from the past that have brought you. It's like, you can have everything now if you stop fighting, or you can continue. There are 2 more rounds.
I think I'll be fine.
All right. She walks
The man
off.
is taking the challenge. We are watching history in the making, folks.
1 second. Hey, hey, Az, give me a stealth check.
Meanwhile, all of this is happening. Connor is just like, and I've made sure that now we are going to be rich.
That's a 32.
All right, cool. This time the doors open, and Ramanor, you don't see anything. You just see
Connor.
another lich that seems a little stronger, and you hear the other announcer, all right, people, now we have the perfect lich coming out. The perfect lich is coming out, and the crowd erupts. And you can see that this perfect lich is engulfed in flames. It is on fire, and from what you can tell, Ramanor, it shouldn't be on fire. It is taking damage as you look at it. Keep going.
I think Connor's head via Hyliki's sending stone.
No
All we
fucking
can
clue.
hear is Romano, Romano, Romano.
Ramanor is just gonna put both arms out, one with the shield, one with the giant hammer that shouldn't be able to be wielded one-handedly, but he's such a big motherfucker he can.
Honestly,
He just looks to the crowd, looks to the lich, and slams them together and goes.
Okay. So this one, it's higher than yours. It looks at you and it casts fireball.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me go ahead. Give me a dexterity save, please.
I will say
Not
this.
great. That was a 9.
That's gonna fail.
Everybody's sending stone just hears, and we're gonna be rich, and we're gonna be rich.
I'm never gonna have to worry about buying shite ever the fuck again.
That would be 25 fire damage to you, Romano.
Halved?
I guess half, yeah. You're right, because you're wearing Ironwood armor, correct? Yep.
Yep.
Which means it
So,
protects.
what,
It's protecting
12?
Hiliki.
Yep.
Or 13.
12.
Ramanor's gonna feel.
I'm at 100.
Ramanor is gonna feel on his back, like, because I'm still greater invisibility. I'm gonna be sitting on the back of this guy's like armor. They're gonna be like, just point your finger every so often and it'll light the fucker up.
He's just gonna JoJo pose? Just
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do that,
As that
I'm
happens,
going to
as that happens,
three-
I need to do it too.
just all of a
So-
sudden, out of nowhere, the crowd hears.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, no.
Tasukete kurite dakusurina.
three shots.
Oh.
3 shots of Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Because shoulder
You have to
mounted
make me
turn.
3. You have to make me 3
Let
sleight of
me-
hands.
Can I ask you though, if I'm on him and it looks like it's coming from him, would they still think it's me if I'm invisible?
Maybe. Give me an advantage.
Okay.
Just ho ho.
He said,
Mukukukurunoka.
he said, "Oh, wakate kuru no deka. Tasukete kuru."
Oh, that was horrible. That's 8.
Oh yeah. You can see out of nowhere, Koresh, what looks like to be a gargoyle comes up and snags you by the scruff of your neck.
Any save? Any opposed checks?
You can make a strength save, yes, if you like.
Strength save. -1. Let's hope. 17.
Did you take that at advantage?
Oh, because you paladin shit. Oh my god.
You're invisible.
Yeah, the slight.
Can it see through invisibility? Yeah, no, 17. 17.
No, true sight. He's got true sight. No, you do not get out.
Shit.
Yeah, so you're just suspended in the air. And then one of these like, all right, looks like there was someone trying to help him out. We'll let it continue for now, though. And Raman, you're up, actually.
I still have control over Big B's hand. It's fine. We still have the big boy on the screen because he's there for 10 minutes.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Does he use the hammer again?
Yes.
Okay.
That is 11 bludgeoning, 8 fire, and 1 radiant. And we're gonna pump a third level divine smite.
Okay, go for it.
Connor goes, "Oh damn! I think
Another
he's just
18 radiant.
I think he's about to ring his bell."
Another 18 radiant.
Okay, cool.
Told the dead.
All right, cool. You're gonna have to do that.
Sleight of hand. Don't fuck up. We could lose all of the money.
And Ramanor.
Well, he kind of thinks about it for a
fine.
minute. He's just like, "Wait, should I?" No, he just says the commentary because I just realized it's a +1 to sleight. Let me not.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But he just
that was the first.
He just says to Haliki like, "Hey, make sure you keep him up. We need the money."
You're gonna swing for a second attack.
Pushing him up as high as she can.
26 to hit.
That hits. Are you not going to cast Toll the Dead?
Huh.
Okay.
That is 9 bludgeoning, 4 fire, and 5 radiant for an 18 total.
Okay, cool. And he is restrained.
Oh, perfect. I will pump another third level divine smite into that motherfucker. That's another 15 radiant damage to it.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Is that it?
How's he looking?
Huh?
How's he looking?
He's taking a lot of damage. He's still on fire.
He's still on fire. All right.
So, real quick, Connor, you're gonna hear as over the necklace. Just next time they send one of the leeches out, don't do anything. Just let me do something right after he lands the first hit. That fire is a little fun of my own.
Okay.
Oh.
And Connor, this is all Connor does is just. Alrighty.
And relax.
Connor just kind of looks up at this gargoyle like, well, so long as we're here, how about some conversation?
So Ramanor is going to
Connor is not
bonus
going to let
action.
that happen. Keep going.
Ramanor is going to bonus action hidden step.
Oh.
He will become invisible until the start of his next turn. Can I get an auto crit, please?
Yeah.
Perfect. Lich is restrained. He went invisible. What is the Lich gonna do on his turn?
I'm actually going to make a save for the Lich and see how bad the burn is. Jesus Christ, he got a nat 1. He burns to ashes. That's what he does.
Perfect Lich!
But before it burns to ashes, can Ramanor, because this is kind of skeletal and whatnot, can he just grab from behind the skull and just lift it up as it burns to ashes?
Sure, yeah. You grab and you have a flaming skull in your hands. The door, another woman comes out, and this time she's holding a tiny gem, but you can tell that it's a very rare stone. It has no magical properties from what you can tell. She's like, "You want to keep going, don't you?"
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay. Don't die. And she
Then
turns around.
all that's heard from the actual stands is, does he get everything if he wins the next match?
Gets one.
That's
and
bullshit.
The door opens. Okay. The door opens, and you don't see anything again. And then you see another Lich come out. And you see a man who's standing above the opening of the doorway and says, Well, everybody, it seems as though there's been a lot of things going on here, but we have a strong contender who can take on our strongest opponent for him. Behold, everyone, I present to you the perfect lich. And the door walks out, and you can see a lich that seems to be dressed in what looks like female armor and clothing. And Connor, I need you to give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Why am I scared?
I am too. Ford, what have you done?
Dirty 20?
You recognize that to be Sansavni's clothing.
Oh.
And then Ramanor.
Can I re-roll initiative for this one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna beat it.
Connor is just going to through
22.
everybody's
You beat it. Actually, it was a 21.
through everybody's thing is
Yes.
try to knock this one out because I need to make sure. And that's all that he really says. But this time he's just staring at the man like right above the actual opening that talked. He's just like Connor's just like
Give me another perception check, Connor.
okay.
Oh no.
That would be a 32.
Wow, okay. You look up where that man is, but you see that there's a penthouse box even above that, and you recognize that to be Krizan sitting there watching.
Connor's gonna get up. And he's gonna start walking.
All right, Ramanor, you're up.
Okay.
Well, folks, we're about to have some emotional damage.
No, we're just gonna go Bruiser. He's going to bonus action. Can you tell that this is something that's going to that's messing with Connor? Like these people are bad.
Yes.
He's going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck!
And the armor sinks into him, completely encasing him, giving him this look that you've seen before. It's like it becomes his skin, but it's a little bit different. Whereas before it was just kind of a somewhat protective instinct from him, this one is something he knows these people are not good for Connor. The helmet that he would have been wearing forms into what looks like a bear's head on top of his eyes coming out where the eyes of the bear would be, and he just rushes this fucking lich.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack.
26 to hit.
I'll check this. That hits.
That is 17 bludgeoning, 7 fire, 6 radiant, and it needs to make a save for strength.
It saves.
Okay. Send another attack its way. That's 24 to hit.
That hits for your second attack as well.
Perfect. That's going to be 14 bludgeoning, 6 fire, 7 radiant. And we're going to pump into both of those a second level Divine Smite.
Okay.
Which will be total 16 16 plus 15, so 31 radiant damage.
All right. Wow.
So Bigby's hand for this, because I still have control of it, is going to become, if I fucking read this correctly, where the fuck are you? There you are. It's going to become a grasping hand. The hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature within 5 feet of it. Use your hand strength score to resolve a grapple. If the target is medium or smaller, you have advantage on the strength check. So, that is a plus 12 to grapple. So, we're going to roll this at advantage. So, 5 plus 12, 17.
17.
Yes.
That just hits.
It's okay. It's a grapple. It's a grapple.
Oh.
So you.
Nope. And
It missed.
Oh.
got it. Tell you.
Oh, okay,
No,
cool.
You got it. You got it.
Cool. So this is now grappled, unable to move. Ramanor, you have free reign to do whatever the fuck you need to do, man. But you're gonna hear in the back of your head, Connor said, "Knock out, not kill. Knock out, not kill."
Connor's not trying to kill it. I mean, he can't do much about the radiant or fire, but
But specify the non-lethal damage. That's.
All right.
Does-
It's turn. It's his turn now, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me make sure this is right before I do anything. Okay. This is right. It looks at you and it says, "I hope you're ready." And I need you to make a Constitution save for me, Ramanor. As it casts
23.
Cloud Kill. Oh, that's a save. All right, never mind.
Is this still
Loud
loud enough?
kill.
Is it speaking loud enough for Connor to hear?
Yep.
Does Connor
Its
recognize?
voice is very distorted.
Okay.
is it poison?
Yes.
I would have been immune anyway.
Oh wow.
I think. Hold on.
Paladins, man.
So yeah,
Oh,
Connor's still heading up to the penthouse suite.
Oh
Gotcha.
no, I'm not immune. Sorry, that was I had added that for the the feast. I forgot to take that off. One of the few things I had taken off or forgotten taken off. So not immune to poison, but he saved.
Okay, cool.
Is that it?
Yes, I think so. Yep, that is it. Yep.
All right. Guess what? As a bonus action, I cast Shield of Faith myself,
Okay.
so I get an extra 2 AC.
And are you able to cast spells when you're raging?
That's a
I
great
don't
question.
think so. I don't think so. No.
No.
Cannot.
Never mind. I don't cast it.
Yeah, you just get to be smashy, smashy, punchy, punchy, slappy, slappy, slashy, slashy.
Divine Smite
Okay.
still works in rage,
Yep.
but the spells themselves do not.
30 to hit.
That hits.
This commentator
13
must-
bludgeoning, 7 fire, 5 radiant.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You can tell that this lich seems to, every time you hit it just directly with your hammer, it doesn't really do anything.
Is it immune to magical? Bludgeoning?
It's immune. It's immune to bludgeoning in general.
Just straight up bludgeoning?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
That's not fun. It's kind of rude, not gonna lie.
Either way, it can't move.
Maybe we call upon the woman with the radiant sword.
No. 2 strength saves, please.
Okay. One's an at 20, one's a 3.
3 total.
Yeah.
That would be a restrained, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's grappled and restrained and has to beat both in order to fucking get the fucking out of there. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh wait, sorry. So that would have been for the second one. So this is second one hits for 19, correct?
Yes.
So not advantage. Just want to make sure I had that correct. Don't worry about the bludgeoning. 3 fire, 6 radiant.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Anybody taking any actions to help Raminor?
Divine smite to both of those, by the way.
The hand. Now, I'll ask you if I can do this because technically it's not the fist, but can I crush the lich in the hand and do the
Wait,
same
it's
amount of
undead.
damage?
What'd you say?
It's undead, right?
Yeah, it is undead.
I should have been doing an extra D8.
Oh, okay. Give me 3d8.
Okay.
So
for all the hits, but
So basically what I'm asking is if I crush this thing in my hand, can I do the same amount of damage as the fist would do, or would you have me go lower?
25 extra radiant.
Same amount of damage as it would do.
Cool. So
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just gonna crush with this Big B's hand real quick for 29 damage. That is force damage.
Okay, cool. This lich is looking very haggard. Raminor is genuinely taking on a CR21 monster by himself.
Hi.
Raminor was built to take out the biggest motherfuckers and just smile while doing it.
He was.
He's definitely
Alright.
smiling.
Yeah, it can't really do anything because he's restrained and grappled, so he's kind of having a hard time doing anything.
Cool. That's the end of my turn. What does he want to do?
He technically Raminor. Pronoun trouble.
Sorry, she. It.
All right.
If you don't know.
The thing. The undead.
I know. Okay, Raminor, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me again. It's going to use one of its legendary actions.
Natural 20 for 25.
Well, fuck. You see it scream almost, and then you can see that like what looks like wasps come from its mouth, and then it encases itself in a 20-foot circle of wasps, and they all try and sting you, but they go ting 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 ting
Ting, ting, ting,
ting.
ting. Oh, hey.
It's the twink
Hi.
lights again.
Hi, buddies. Hi, friends in nature.
All right, Raminor, you are up. Hey, Connor, give me a perception check.
Oh, wait, that's an advantage. Let me roll it again. No. That was a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
Are you rolling at advantage?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right, that hits.
23.
Can we say bludgeoning does damage on that? That'd be great. I'd like
No,
that.
but you can do double damage. It's a
Okay.
crit. You can do double damage.
That
Before we
was-
continue, is this non-lethal? Because you could very well kill it.
Yes, it is non-lethal. That would be okay. I need to reroll the fire damage, but there's 14 bludgeoning, 5 and 8 for fire.
Connor, what'd you roll?
23.
Okay, never mind.
Should I be worried now?
That was 17 fire, 14 radiant.
Okay, so this lich goes limp in Big B's hand. As in your pocket a stone vibrates, one of the lich stones that you had stolen.
Now I'm going to watch the arena like a hawk, and I've still got the torch I took.
Oh, if you got a torch, then Connor definitely sees you.
Never mind.
No, you said it. You got a torch. I'm sorry.
Too
Connor,
bad.
you see-
I'm
you see
standing
Az-
behind him
you see
still.
Az trailing you
I'm
with the-
standing behind him.
Oh no, Connor!
with
Connor
a
is-
32 stealth.
Connor is just focused on getting to the penthouse suite. He kind
Alright,
of
cool.
at this moment in time is
Everyone sees this lich go limp. And assume
I
that
pull up a
dead.
stone that's vibrating. Which one is it?
It's the one that was behind the lich that he's currently fighting.
No. Which stone?
It's not the black one. It's the lich. It was the stone that was sitting behind the lips that he's currently fighting.
Oh, ma'am, that's a phylactery.
I'm aware. Why do you think the first one caught fire?
Nicely done, ma'am. Nicely done.
And the orc woman walks out, and she looks at you and she says, "Our grand prize was stolen. We can't find it, but you can have everything else." And she hands you a potion, a bag of silver and gold, a chest that holds 3 different scrolls, and yeah.
Did I steal the grand
Okay.
prize?
Okay,
Yes.
how much gold and silver? We'll just mark this down so I have it.
You see 7 gold and 10 silver.
7 gold and 10 silver for beating a.
No, remember that bag was just for facing off against the. I think it was the.
That was the adamantite skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton.
So that. What was the gem?
The gem? Oh yeah, the gem. That was it's Jesus Christ, I forget what it's called. We'll just call it a diamond worth about 1,000 gold.
Holy fuck, we made bank!
Connor's still walking.
And the announcer, who's been dumbfounded this entire time, was like, "Well, that was fucking brutal. I mean, the thing didn't even get to move."
All right, and from there, we'll take our break.
And I'll ask about the scrolls in the break. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. We'll
Can
see
you guys
in...
believe that we've already been streaming for an hour? It's really felt like about 10 minutes.
It really
Honest to
did.
God. Honest to God. I have my dog in here, this little old hound dog, and like he's usually so hyperactive. Apparently, I put him to sleep with all of my obscene yelling.
Sounds about right.
Guys, we'll see you back in a couple minutes. Yeah,
we'll see you guys back in 10.
So, oh,
Hello,
Hi.
everybody. We're back.
I'm
Hi.
eating ice cream.
Sorry, guys, I interrupt. We're back with. I managed to land the 6 pre-sale tickets to Ed Sheeran.
Hey.
Whoa!
nice.
All right. Jack, you want to do your thing?
Let me turn on my microphone so you guys can hear me and I just don't talk forever and ever and then you understand nothing I say. Because I've done that. Anyway, hi. Get used to my face. I'm here to tell you to go join our social media. Everything can be found on our link tree, and our link tree is here on our profile on Twitch. So if you want to go and join on any of these things that I'm going to tell you to go join, you can find it right there. But primarily, come join our Discord. We want to hang out with you guys. We want to talk to you. We want to just meet you and vibe and talk D&D and be nerds together, and just grow as a community. So join our Discord. We also have a TikTok and an Instagram. We have our YouTube if you want to catch up on past episodes of things. Not just campaign proper, but we have run many one shots that will show you not just our typical side of play where we play here, but also us just exploring other kinds of characters, other kinds of settings. We've had other people DM. You have one shots that were run by each of us as players. Lots of fun. So if you want to see the shenaniganry we pull when we're not in campaign proper, go find our one shots because they are something else. Yeah. So YouTube. We also have a Patreon. Our Patreon is just fun stuff to give you guys more benefits if you join in on it. Things like being able to suggest NPCs, getting access to stat blocks. You would be able to cast character sheets, possibly maps, lots of things like that. You could even possibly show up in an episode with us one day. So if you feel like supporting us, check out our Patreon. All of our money goes to just kind of getting us better equipment so we can stream better. We're not doing this for any kind of income. We just want to vibe and have fun and play D&D and let you guys watch our absolute insanity. So
Yeah, it's funny. We've had a lot of friends like comment on my buttery voice and from my microphone, and it's a little weird, I'll be honest, but it's because we want to have a good stream quality for you guys. So yeah, look, like Riley, he's got a beautiful voice. You ever heard Riley speak?
Hey guys, how are you?
All right, so we're heading back in. We're panning over to Connor. Connor's angrily walking down a corridor looking for the penthouse. Connor, I need you to give me a perception check.
Gotcha. That is a 30.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ! You're just good at this. You're just really good at this.
That plus 14 does me good sometimes.
You find a door that is just coated in velvet. You can tell that this is where the penthouse door.
He opens the door, but it's more like he goes to actually unlock it.
It's unlocked.
Like he goes to start to swing it open, and he does, and he walks right in, and he looks around.
You see a high back chair, and you see a singular hand out from the side. It says, "Now who might that be?"
Connor's gonna walk up towards the glass. Hands on his sides. One hand is gonna be in his pouch. He's gonna turn, looking up from the corner of his eye. Oh, old friends, come by.
Old friends, I've been along for quite a while now. Can you remind me of? And he turns around and he looks at you and he stops. He says, "Oh, some years ago, I took one of your friends." In fact, I think she's down there right now.
And that is all Connor needs to hear, as just behind him, Connor with most the most deadpan face. He's just like, "Oh, really?" Summons a guardian of faith directly next to him, which he needs to make me a Dex 17 save, or else he's taking 20 radiant damage.
He rolled a natural 20.
So he takes half.
Okay, cool. He'll take 10 radiant damage. He stands up and he grabs this guardian of faith by its neck. He says, "Do you really think that I care about any of this?" And you see the ring on his thumb glow, and the guardian of faith disperses.
Connor just looks at him and goes like, "No, I didn't think you actually cared about anybody. But the fact of the matter is, you mess with one of mine. And I'm not going to let that stand." And
Okay.
he's going to cast a 5th level guiding bolt.
Okay, you can see that the vampire crazy is not even looking at you.
Oh, kind of.
He's not even paying any attention to you. He's like, you can see him looking in your direction, but he's looking past you.
If it was any other point in time, Connor would actually stop and turn, but he's just focused on him.
Are we getting any of these mental thoughts through the link?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
He looks at it and he sidesteps the guiding bolt. Actually, what's the DC, or is it an attack?
It's an attack roll.
All right, give me an attack.
Nah, it's a 14.
Okay, yeah, he sidesteps the guiding bolt, and he comes up almost in a puff of smoke behind you and puts his arm on your shoulder, and then you look to your side and you see Az, and underneath his other arm, he says, "Now both of you, look out there." And you see Ramanor. You remember that Heliki is in his armor, and you see Koresh in the air being held by a gargoyle. And they just as quickly blip, almost seeming as though they're out of existence. Just gone.
Courage was about to say, "Well, if you're gonna manhandle me this much, you may as well take me out to," and then gone.
Yep. They disappear, and he says, "I've got more control than you've ever thought."
I don't like that. That doesn't sound good.
Az and Connor, you see 3 of your friends just immediately blip to what seems almost out of existence.
Fuck.
And he just, as he continues to look out the window, says, "They aren't dead, but you'll have to find a way to bring them back." And he disappears in almost a puff of smoke.
Oh, fuck. Bye, guys.
What do you guys do? Yeah, you guys go ahead and hop on off.
Oh, fuck.
Or actually, you
Okay,
can
bye,
deafen yourselves. You can be here, but
Why do I feel like Heliki was not meant to be targeted, but because she was on Ramanor, she got targeted?
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like that's the case. Oh, man.
How does one deafen themselves? I can only mute myself.
You can turn off like your sound.
Yeah.
What's up?
Just mute your audio. Yeah, Connor just takes his hammer and would have swung it exactly where he was. And as that happens, for the very first time, as sees an echo of Connor appear on the other side of this man, who is an older version of Connor.
What?
Echo Knight.
Yeah. What do you do?
Hold on, real quick. Is the arena still full? Like, there's still other people, or are we just alone in this fucking arena now?
Nope, there's other people.
We're just in the penthouse suite, so nobody really sees us.
As just stop, stands very, very still as she takes in everything that just happened, then looks to Connor. I think you need to explain some things. And there's just a deadly calm in her voice. This is not the usual ragey, loud Azurus. This is something else.
As you do that, and you guys start to scan, looking for where your friends are, you can give me. You can either give me Arcana or Perception.
I've been rolling nat ones on Arcana all night. I would like to roll Perception.
Connor would just
Not great. 18.
18.
30-20.
30-20. You both notice that there seems to be the visage of people where your friends were. You can't necessarily make out where they are or who they are, but you can tell that it's not Raminor and it's not Koresh or Heliki.
She's still staring dead on at Connor like, you better fucking explain or I'm gonna stab you, like I've been promising to do from the day that I fucking met you.
And Connor just takes his hammer. I'm sorry, the Echo would take his hammer and walk over to that chair and just completely obliterate it as Connor just stares out the window, and yet Az just gets everything. His history, who the last Lich was, why he came into this room alone, all of it, just in her head.
I'm gonna walk up behind him and smack him upside the motherfucking head. Just, you come in here saying someone like that on your own.
As you
What sense does that make?
keep going, never mind.
Sorry.
No, keep going, never mind.
At this point is when the Echo actually comes over. Because Connor's just like so focused on everything else. The Echo kind of like acts as if it has its own personality and mentality.
Deja vu. As deja vu. Deja vu.
Odd.
Okay, it was a 7. You recognize this Echo Knight, and this is the Connor you remember. All right, that's it.
That hurts.
So this Echo puts his hand on her shoulder and just gives her a very soft and yet a very emotional smile. And it's just a...
How dare you play with my feelings?
I'm sorry, my feelings have been playing this entire episode.
Lord, how dare you play with our feelings like this?
So
because it's my job.
it is. The Echo just pats her on the shoulder. I was saying, don't be mad at me for this, because I faced him once before and I lost everybody. I don't want to do that to you guys.
Kind of, if she recognizes, you know, the future visage, this person that she had long long traveled with before and been taken from her. Because this whole time she had...
and a robust friendship. Yep.
Right. I don't like your tone, sir. Because before it had that thing where she had shifted back into future as a shape, but she'd been disguising that because of her whole stole changeling ability Koresh thing. Had just been looking, and then it just kind of slides away in response, and you see the scar and the piercing and the things, and she looks at him, and you see for a moment just that, like,
as almost crying. Whoa.
There's more than that usual just blatant anger and pride that keeps up everything that she is anymore. And it hurts. And you can see that it hurts. And then she just kind of pushes him and like grabs at the actual Connor's shoulder. You will fucking look at me. Now.
And he does. He turns to look at her. And she would see, instead of the smart ass, instead of the I can deal with, like, I can make sure the fact that we all survive everything out of all this, even though I usually end up being on the ground, she just sees a man that is torn and hurt, and once again, looks like he lost everything.
Yeah, I hate playing the angry one, because right now I want to be nice to you, but Az can't be nice to you because she's Az.
And all you see is just Echo Connor just like...
just oops. So he turns around and she grabs him by both shoulders, and she may not be the strongest person in the world, even stat-wise, because she's a dick's build. Doesn't matter. There's the force of emotion in this grip, okay?
Did you say Dick's build?
Dex build.
She meant Dex.
We all know that Az still has the biggest dick in this group, okay?
I heard Ramonor laughing from the other room. I heard Riley laughing. He's like, all right, I'm sorry.
Dex build. Anyways. She grabs him by both shoulders and looks him in the face and just, you don't get to break right now. Unlike before, there's a chance. Take it from someone who knows. Take it from someone who's actually lost everything and more than once. We don't know that they are gone. You do not get to break while one of us is still here. Because I can't do this by myself. And there is that pause right before she says that. Because she has to then admit that there's something she can't do.
He closes his eyes. And he takes a very long and slow, deep breath. And the moment that he lets it out, his usual persona comes back. And he just looks at her, be like, oh, trust me. We're gonna get them back. We're going to make sure that regardless of what hells they may have gone to, we are going to drag their asses back. And then, all of us are going to go find this piece of shit. And we're gonna put him in the ground for good. Because no one is going to make us lose anyone ever again. And the Echo just looks on, nods approvingly, and actually just almost like shimmers into nothingness.
Az totally flips off the Echo before it disappears. Just for old time's sake.
And for the hell of it, as he goes and sees that, the Echo is legit just gonna wink at her for giggles.
So, next step. You're the smart one. Well, Smart's a strong word for it.
Bite me, woman. Next step is we figure out who the hell is in place of our friends right now. Secondly,
Before he continues, she just grabs his hand and bites his finger.
he's just gonna look at her and just take his other hand
And it's not a nice one either. It's just a...
and
Roll
he's
for
just gonna
kinky.
flick her.
Roll for what?
Roll for kinky.
It's the most unceremonious bite, too. It's just...
He's gonna
Alright,
flick her in the
alright.
forehead and just be like, alright, that's enough out of that. Anyway, we figure out who the hell is in place of our friends. And then I need to do the unceremoniously thing of finding out if she's still who she is or if I have to put her down. And Connor's gonna start walking out the room.
Well, I can't metagame. I'm sorry. I was about to ask as a question, a leading question, but I can't do that. All right, cool.
There a better way to ask the question? Now I want to know.
Yeah, now you gotta tell us. Now you gotta ask the question.
As do you want to tell Connor about the vibrating stone in your pocket?
See, after you just talked about a kink roll, I can't take that seriously. I didn't know it was still vibrating.
That thing's gone.
As they're walking, because it is... As, they're walking away...
Carrick says, as has a what?
Forward, what have you done?
It's called a rock of sploosh.
It's a
Anyway,
lifetime
as they're walking
path
out-
to Splash Mountain, that's what it is.
She grabs all of the gems that she'd picked up along the way because she'd stuck them all in her bag. She pulls all of them out in a handful and picks out the one that is vibrating, and it's just kind of... So, this may have been what I was doing when you were doing whatever, when you tried to contact me. And she shows him all of the gems, like,
Even the black one?
yes.
All right, give me an Arcana check, Connor. Yeah, because we all know the black one's always the best.
That's an 11.
You can tell that the black gem is very similar to the one that Az used to speak to the bat, to like your big bat the one time. The other three, one of them is vibrating, and you can tell it's filled with something very powerful.
Connor's gonna look at them all and be like, I'm pretty sure that's a mass gem. Points into the black one. Let's hold off on that one because they tend to just disappear on us when we use them.
Vibrating.
The other one
And
vibrating, yes.
The mask gem is the one vibrating.
No, the one that was sitting behind the lich is the one that's vibrating.
yeah, no, he was talking about the black one, which is the mass gem. And then he would go,
James, no.
kind of want to go to... And he kind of like reaches his hand very slowly and carefully to the one that's vibrating and kind of grabs it in his hand.
He lets him touch it, but she doesn't let him take it. I
Yeah,
stole
fine.
it. Don't. Can I help him in any way?
No.
No, that's a 10.
Give me a wisdom save.
Can Az make her own Arcana check again?
Sure.
Let's see if I get a third nat 1 in a row for my Arcana check today. Baby.
That's an 18.
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Got a 17 Arcana check.
Okay, as you know for a fact, that's a phylactery. But Connor, you, with your wisdom check, all you hear is, hello. That's it.
So this belongs to a...
And he's gonna look at her, because he would have recognized the voice, right?
Yep.
And he's just gonna look at her dead in the eye, like, I hate to do this to you, but give me that stone.
As you find a new level of resolve in Connor's voice, he is not playing games with you. He says, give it to me.
She would have, remember, she knows his entire story.
If this belongs to who I think it belongs to, is it wise for you to be the one that has it? Because you're going to need a clear head for this.
If I'm getting too attached, I will give it to you and let you decide what to do.
You're getting too attached. I don't think you're going to be the one giving it.
And he looks at her dead in the eye. And let me make sure what to do. And if I can't decide, I'm giving it back to you and I'm walking away. You can do what's needed.
Fine. And she'll put it in his hand.
Cool. As you guys continue to walk, you walk out and you find yourselves on the steps that enter into the Colosseum. These visages seem to become more and more solid, though you can't yet make them out. And as they do, you can feel as if the air becomes just a little bit grainy, as if you're breathing in sand. And sand starts to coat the entire ground of the Colosseum floor. And as three people you've never noticed before start to show up in front of you, you realize that your friends have pierced the veil, that they have gone somewhere else. You need to find a way to get them back. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
No. Come on. Man, this is a short one too.
It was.
So what I'm hearing is it's the stone of blissful no brain.
I'm just.
Oh, okay.
For our next, let's get Larry back in here.
Yeah. Jack, you can turn your camera back on. It's okay.
All right. So for those of us who are watching our game, who are normally comers to our game, please know that next Sunday we will be streaming, but there will be people here who you probably never met before. But if you want to see Ramanor, Heliki, and possibly Koresh, you have to tune into Player Hater Gaming on Wednesday on Twitch, because we're doing a crossover event where they pierce the veil. And next week on Sunday, we'll have a couple of players from Player Hater here playing with us. So yes, today was a short episode, but for very good reason. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, go catch PhD.
Watch us on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Feels like it should have been a longer episode.
It should have
considering the
been.
fights.
It should have been a longer episode, honestly. But you know, when we actually have the creator of golf and baseball and everything else, as well as the impenetrable armor, there's really not much anybody can do about that.
Yeah, it should have been longer. So I could have been fighting for way longer, but you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that.
To be fair, it could have been longer. We just shortened it.
Yeah, you decided to destroy an actual lich. Good job.
DR21. What's that?
Yeah.
Apparently, Jesus.
I mean, you know, it's got other spells, but I didn't want to kill you, you know?
You have every right to. You're the DM.
It's fair.
Either way, we fucking destroyed a gauntlet and then got fucked. Right up the ass, apparently. There was no consent. It was a surprise and not the fun kind.
There was no lube.
Yep. All right. Well, that's where we are. We'll see you guys next week and on Wednesday. Tune in to PHG on Wednesday to see our players. Yeah.
Beauty. Take care, guys. Have a good night and take care of yourselves.
Later,
luck.
folks.
We love you. Also, make sure to tell Shaq that you love her.
I have some cookies and milk for Ramanor. He's gonna miss you next week.
Shaq.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.